Well, hello everyone. This is Tony, and I was in the relay earlier today, trolling for likes and subscribes like I sometimes do, and I got to talking with somebody that was in the relay that was asking me some legitimate questions. He wanted to know the quickest way to farm the Epitaph, which, seemed like something that you would take for granted. But I said, all right. So I went ahead and made this video. The way you get the Epitaph is from farming void fissures in the Railjack. And so from here, I'm going to show you guys, my Railjack setup, the frame I use, and the quickest missions. So, all right. First, the frame that I choose to use for the Railjack missions is Lavos. And the reason why I use Lavos is because he doesn't need to use energy. So when I'm using the Railjack, everything's based on time and not energy usage. So I don't have to drop pads or come up with a way of making energy. So I have his build for you in just a second. Here I'm just picking out weapons. I hadn't used Lavos in a while, so I kind of like the Incarnon weapons, so I'm picking them out. In a second I'll show you the mods that go along with my Railjack as well. And the first mission that I chose, just a simple Void Fisher mission. I didn't get anything that time. I went back in to try one more time and immediately got an Epitaph part. And then I did a mission with a group. I randomly joined a group and got another Epitaph part right away. What I'm doing right now, I'm doing everything solo so that you guys can see all of the different aspects to the missions. Here's my normal Lavos setup. I mean, yours can vary depending upon what mods and arcanes you have access to. So the important part of the Lavos is, again, the ability to cast abilities in the Railjack without having to worry about energy usage. Here's my battle and my tactics. What I use in the Railjack, as you can see there, is the Void Hull and the Void Cloak. You may have better setups, better mods, or less mods or whatever, but those are pretty common. Most of the rest of the stuff doesn't really matter. So here we go. In the upper right hand corner, click the Railjack and then go to the Void Storms. And you need to be in Earth, Venus, or Saturn. Basically Lith or Meso Void Fissures to get the Epitaph parts. So here, just choose a basic skirmish. Doesn't matter what relic. I mean, these are nice relic farms too. If you choose a group and farm for something else, not just the Epitaph. And all footage has been captured on a PS5, so that's what I'm running. Alright, here we go. Now, normally if I'm running this with a group or something, somebody goes to the white objective, as a chance for an extra, mod or relic or something. But here, for the sake of quick Epitaph farm, I skipped it. Now what you just saw was me throwing out a void hole just to suck in some of the enemies. That's a quick way to get rid of the enemies that are coming at you if you need to. Here the objectives are quite simple and straightforward, as this is a exterminate. Just knock out the 4 nodes, then go inside, and from there on it's just like a regular exterminate mission. Alright. 4 nodes are taken out. Coming around to the objective. And I like to use a void cloak before going in. If I'm leaving my ship somewhere, I'd like to at least get, you know, a few seconds without enemies storming it. That's for when I'm doing things solo. Let me just hop out and go straight in. Now, once in, this is one of the few places you can use your necromech, so it's a great place to level it up, so that's what I choose to use right here. And that's it. I'm actually liking the Larkspur for stuff like this. I might actually put some form in it. This has, my Larkspur right there has no form in it. It's not even leveled up all the way yet. And it just toasts enemies. Now again, if you're in a group of people, this is going to go a lot faster. And you just run these missions over and over and over again until your parts drop for what you're looking for. It won't take long to get the Epitaph at all. Most of these missions run between like 5 and 10 minutes. And, you know, I ran 3 missions, 2 solo. 1 I got a part from one of the 2. And then I joined a group and I got it as a drop, a part as a drop in the random group. So 2 out of 3 missions had Epitaph parts drop. There you go, just run around, just a normal exterminate from here, except for the fact, like I said, you can use your necromech.
That's it. You opened the relic. Finish your mission and we'll take a look inside.
And the Lith and the Meso Fissures really aren't that hard to do by yourself if you want to do them solo. I mean, you don't have to have maxed out everything like I do. Yep, and that's it. That's the mission. So I just hopped out of my necromech there just to speed things up just a little bit. And just race to the end there. And then depending on the level of your Railjack, you can do what I do at the end here. I just warp back to the ship, or you can hop out and go right to the ship. It's not that big of a deal. The Omni will take you straight back. It will save you a little bit of time. So after the relic reward, which is what we got here, was a Forma, that's when you would see if your Epitaph part dropped. So it didn't drop for me here. So I'm going to go back. I usually do one mission at a time and then go back to the dry dock. You can run as many as you want, as many as you feel comfortable with. I've had some bad experiences with host migrations, so I'm usually a one mission, and then I'd go to the dry dock and then come back. So this was an exterminate. The next one I did was a regular skirmish. So I'm going to show you how to do a skirmish in just a second. And again, it doesn't matter as long as it's Earth, Venus, or Saturn. Parts are random, you have a 10% chance of them dropping. Now you can skip this part. I'm a sucker for cutscenes. Since I was in the dry dock, I went ahead and, watched the ship leave.
Attention, void storm imminent. This will get a little bumpy.
Alright, so here, gotta take out the fighters, and for that, that's why we use Lavos, and I'm gonna be using the Void Hull a lot. After we take out the fighters, then we're gonna take out the cruise ships. Once all the cruise ships are done, then we're gonna disable the missile platform. Now, if you're looking at the far right wondering, hey, I thought you're doing this solo, those are my standard crew members. You can get those in Fortuna. Alright, so the fighters went down very quickly. Now it's time to take out the cruise ships. I just like to immobilize them, shoot them so they're not moving. Shoot out the engines, but as long as they're not moving, that's all that matters. Now, when you go to use the forward artillery like I'm using, do not shoot in the engines now. Now you just want to center them. And it should be one shot and they're done. Boom, it's two. Already halfway done there. Find the next one. Kind of neat, the Railjack can blink like a Arcwing. Alright, just lining up, going back to the forward artillery. There he goes. Third one down, one more to go. And now, from what I remember the last time, I think they nerfed one of the mods that I used because I would have been able to do all of these without running out of forward artillery shots. But no big deal. Once I realized I was out of forward artillery, I just went to the back and created more. And then came back to the front and finished it off. So the fighters and the cruise ships are easy enough. While the person running the Railjack is doing this, you know, sometimes you get some people that, other crew members that'll jump out and they'll go and take out a ship for themselves. Or they can go and head straight to the missile platform. But like I said, I'm doing this solo so you guys can see every aspect of this. So whatever your role is, you know, this will show you how to do it. Alright, so I'm getting dome charges here. Go back up front and blast that last cruise ship. Boom. Cruise ship destroyed. Now, to head over to the missile platform, you kind of want to dock your ship, or your Railjack, I'm sorry, a little bit away from it so the Railjack isn't getting shot down. I always try to go to an asteroid base or something, just out of the way. I went over here, tucked the Railjack away, put on the void cloak, and then headed in. Now, once all the cruise ships and the fighters are gone, you usually don't have to worry about getting boarded or anything. Alright, so time to head into the ship killer. And this is pretty straightforward. Now, this usually requires one person on the inside, one person on the outside, but it doesn't really matter. You go in, you expose the radiator, you hop out, you shoot the radiator, and you repeat. And in between, you take out some enemies and collect your reactant.
Keep fighting. Look for more reactant.
And if you wanted to, you can use the necromech in here too, but I chose not to this time, because I wanted to be more mobile. There we go, we hack the console, now we go outside, head towards the green, I'm going to step out, take out the radiator, and come back in.
The relic has been cracked open. Finish your mission to find out what's inside.
Alright, we're out. You go. Shoot the radiator and head back in. And I was a little careless here. Sometimes that happens. You will get one-shotted by those missiles. Nothing you can do about that. So I use a little revive and go back in. Go, we hack the other console. And you should be able to use ciphers for this if you want. I've never been a fan of ciphers. because there's a lot of places in the game where you can't use ciphers. And habit of being lazy. So, I mean, if you really want to do them to save time, go right ahead. But I wouldn't. There we go. Hop out. Look for the red. Shoot the radiator. Then you go back in. It's time to finish it. Notice we got our 10 reactant collected. So all we got to do is blow this thing up. I'm going to reach the core. It's one more hack. Blow it up. Then it's time to leave. Here we go, and blow it up, and return to Railjack. There we go. Use the Omni. If your Railjack, I forgot what level it has to be to do that, but if your Railjack's high enough, just use the Omni and get out. And there you go. There's the Epitaph blueprint. It's as easy as that. And that only took, solo, that only took about 5 minutes. Alright, and the last video clip is just me joining a random group, and you'll see the reward at the end, and you see how quick that goes. The rest needs no commentary. Well, if you liked it, you know the deal. Leave the like and the subscribe, but I'm more interested in the comments. I would not have known to make this video if someone hadn't specifically asked for it. So if in the comments there's something that you want to know how to do, or an efficient way of doing it, whatever that may be, leave me a remark in the comments, and I'll create a video for it. Alright. Thank you so much, guys. Enjoy the rest of the video.
Maintain anti-fighter cover. They are about to break. Arcwing slingshot loaded. 10-0 in the barrel. Rainier cruise ship has translated in sector. Fighters neutralized. Rainier dry dock. They are working on something. I want to know what. Infiltrate. Looks like we kicked the nest. Rainier cruise ship has punched in.
A fissure. Defend yourself and use reactant to open relics. The enemies are dropping reactant. You are going to need more reactant if you want to open that relic.
Caution. Void sink detected aboard that vessel.
That's it. You opened the relic. Finish your mission and we'll take a look inside.
Radiator exposed. Open fire. Again. Radiator naked. Hit them with all we have got. Storm is becoming more severe. R&D facility. Steal the command cruise ship. I want copies of everything. Crew. Void sink formation detected near you. Welcome back. Cruise ship has gone bye-bye. It will take some time to parse these millions of files. Meantime, enjoy your new jets. We have one less cruise ship to be concerned with. Direct attention to remaining targets. Reading large translation signature. Cruise ship. The enemy have reinforced. Scratch one cruise ship. Cruise ship reactor has detonated. Pretty. Not a bad warm-up. Objectives met. Moving on.